We are here at Walmart for my $30 Walmart EDC challenge, where I have to build an entire everyday carry system that'll last me at least a month. Let's get started. Alright guys, so we just got done spending our $30 and we actually were able to get an everyday carry kit, all 6 items. Well, the subtotal was $27.55. Time to go check out. So during the end of shopping, we discovered that the watches in the jewelry department were being clearanced out. So we actually saved almost $3 on that watch. We had about $4 to play with, so we decided to head back once we got home for a future shopping trip, and this is what happened. Alright guys, so we're back here at Walmart. We're actually returning this knife because we found those utility blades for 48 cents a piece. And after we're finished with this, we'll show you the grand total of what everything came out to. So we are back from our $30 EDC challenge Walmart trip. For our second trip, all encompassing, this is what we got. So we ended up with a 12-piece everyday carry system for under $30. Now, this is our receipt. We actually, at the time of filming, we did the shopping trip on May 2019, and that was about 2 or 3 months after our Amazon shopping trip we did in late February, early March. And if you have no idea what we're talking about, we're gonna have a link up there so you guys can go check out that $50 Amazon video, which was super exciting. But this was a lot of fun because it was more like a scavenger hunt. So let's go and break down all the prices so you can see it. So our price we paid was $25.86 for this first shopping trip. So then we actually took and returned the knife. Let me go ahead and clear that out, which put us to a total of $20.99. So it gave us quite a bit of dough to play with. And then immediately we went back to Walmart and we spent a grand total of $5.75. Yeah, I know for you guys who are already doing that mental math. Boom, $26.74 was our grand total for this 12-piece EDC package. Now, since this was a $30 EDC challenge, I wanted to try to get as many things that I usually try to get in a complete everyday carry system, especially for the spring into summertime, as I possibly could. I wanted to make sure I had a few bases covered, things like my bandana. There's a ton of different uses for bandanas for EDC and survival uses. Additionally, some people may laugh at this or not even think this is a thing, but because we live in South Texas, Carmex and keeping your skin and lips protected are vital. Now for reference on how big a deal this was for me and how impressed I was with this entire setup, getting a 12-piece EDC system for literally $27 was super awesome. This is a pair of sunglasses from my son. These are Gooder sunglasses. He loves this. We use this when we work out, go for bike rides, running, all that stuff. These are really nice sunglasses. These are polarized. A lot of runners use them here in South Texas. They're really freaking nice. They're pretty freaking awesome. And what I love about these is they're only $25. So if you take the price of these sunglasses by themselves, and then you take one of the normal cheap Walmart knives, this is one of those knives I had back that was like $3.87, so a $4 knife. I had to essentially try to build a complete EDC for the price of those sunglasses and that knife. So I think the easiest way to get through this is to just take it from left to right and go through. So obviously this is a bandana. I know a ton of you guys are going to chime down in the comments and be able to name off 1,000 different uses for a bandana, shamog, however you want to break it down. But you can use this as a head covering. You have it to cool you off your neck if you get really hot by damping this down. You can use it as a filter, earplugs, face masks. There's a ton of different uses. Now if you have some epic uses, definitely feel free to jump down in the comments and rattle off all the uses that you know offhand to use a bandana or a scarf. Now with any good urban EDC, I feel like pen is going to be very, very pertinent. Whether you work in an office, construction site, you work out in the field, there's always a reason to need one of these, especially for me when I go grocery shopping. I need to take notes for video ideas. I need to keep my thoughts in order. With me being 34 years old, it's really, really handy to have these around. So being able to get a 2-pack for 96 cents was awesome. Now, this multi-tool is actually the reason why I was willing to go down to these little box cutters, and we'll explain this shift right now. So this is a 12-in-1 multi-tool. Now this price on this thing has fluctuated greatly around the country for different times of the year and everything. I have seen this as expensive as like $15, and then it went down to like $12.97. Then like a year ago went to like a $9.97. But then I couldn't find a price on it, and they were clearancing this thing out too. So we ended up getting the sheath with the multi-tool for $4.87. but because this has the long nose pliers, the wire cutters, the knife, bottle opener, has all these different tools, I felt that I could actually skimp on the traditional pocket knife and skimp down to these for, you know, normal box cutting and all the other, you know, urban mail opening and all that stuff that I would do with a knife anyway. But I figured this would give me a one-rounded option, and considering this is half the price of the Gerber vise that I used in the $50 Amazon video when I did that shopping trip, I figured this would be friggin' awesome. Now, this is definitely not a key bar, but this is old school. Who is old enough to remember this? The wrist coil ring, so I can organize my keys. I'm actually going to have to take my key organizer and put all my keys back on. This was kind of fun, but for 97 cents... Ooh, the jangly and the clanglies, man. So this is obviously big lighter, lights stuff up, good for fire starting. There's just a ton of different reasons to need to do things, from cordages and everything when I'm making shoelaces, bracelets, all that stuff. I mean, there's 1,000 different reasons to need and want a Bic lighter. Even if you're not a smoker or anything like that, it's always good to keep one on you. A way to keep ignition on you is super, super vital for everyday carry, urban, rural, survival. No matter what you do, always have a few of these with you. Now, this, I think, is the one item I was the most surprised about. Now, the time is actually not right on this. I'm going to have to actually fully set this thing. So this is the watch when it's all said and done. Velcro straps. I mean, I know a lot of people that have been rocking stuff like this all the way from being a kid. Even adults have watches just like this. But the fact that I was already impressed with this only being $7.88. I was already super impressed. But then the fact that they clearanced this out and dropped like $2.50 off of this made it a super, super big deal. So between this going on clearance, that being on clearance, and then us returning the original folding knife, really helped us hit a home run on this particular EDC. I don't expect people to have exact same results, but I'm super excited for any other YouTubers or people who want to drop down and do their own version of this, and link us in and tag us in photos on Instagram and Facebook. I'd love to see what you guys come up with for your $30 Walmart EDC challenge. But putting this on, I think it'll fit pretty well. Yeah, all in all, I think it will be a good fit. It's actually pretty comfortable, doesn't seem to be obtrusive on my wrist. All I got to do is set the time and everything should be good to go. It looks like we are water resistant to 100 feet, so it should be good in the rain. I mean, I'm telling you, for $4, man, I think I got away with an absolute steal. Next up is this super clutch find, which is the box cutters for 48 cents. I am super impressed by these. They have the break-off blades. They're not super sturdy, so you're pretty much going to be rocking them short just like this. So, I mean, it's going to be for urban use. It's not anything you could do anything out in the field with. But that is also why I've got that multi-tool. That 12-1 multi-tool, I think, will carry some more weight where this is going to be lacking, because this is not very durable. But the fact that it can lock everything down and keep it from moving, lock the blade into place, but it's also has a pocket clip so I could store it for easy use if I need to. It's kind of neat. Now we move on to the Carmex lip protection. Like I said, we live in South Texas. That's where honestly the Bandana and the Carmex came in. I know a lot of people work outside, so I figured this would hit home for a lot of folks. But like I said, it's really hard to find any type of lip balm for under $1 at Walmart. Most of them are anywhere between 97 cents to like $1.87. But Carmex is one of my favorite brands, especially for the money. It's classic medicated, and it's also SPF 15, which will give you some sun protection. And since I tend out to be out in the woods and outdoors a lot, it's going to come in handy big time. So that's where that comes in. I wouldn't necessarily call it essential. People would probably call it not necessary, but keep in mind, I still have like $2 or $3 to play with. So if you wanted to take some stuff out and personally make upgrades to yourself, like you could totally like not grab this. You could probably not worry about the key organizer, or maybe you spend the extra couple bucks, upgrade your flashlight. There's a lot of options. And yeah, this flashlight, probably initially not the best thing. If I would have swapped stuff out, I might not have gotten this and maybe gotten one of these, or maybe not getting these at all and just kind of put all of my hopes into the multi-tool. But it's neither here nor there. But it's going to be 3 lumens. 3 lumens. So it's basically going to be help you to see into the hood of your car, be able to open your door if your lamp light goes out or something possibly. But I know a lot of people have keychain lights on their stuff now, and you can buy those for like $1 at Walmart too. So it'll be interesting to see how this Ray Event goes. I'm pretty sure that AAA battery will die pretty quickly. You get kind of spoiled when we have access to things like Olights, Through Nights, Nightcore, Phoenix, there are Surefires. There's so many out there. And to kind of jump it back and do this fun scavenger hunt, I think is going to make everything really interesting. Like I said, I feel like I'm back into the mid-90s, which is still pretty cool because I know all this stuff worked back then. There's no reason it won't now. Now, this is my final callback to my Amazon episode. This is my original Chums wallet. I bought this at REI. I got it for like $8 or $9, and then I actually found it on Amazon and was able to pick up the blue variant. It's just the blue tab right there for like $8. And I've heard reports since my Amazon video came out that people have been able to find that wallet in different stores and surf shops and outlets on the coast for like $4 to $5. So that's pretty freaking cool. And this is one of my favorite wallets, but unfortunately Walmart doesn't sell it, so I had to go into the men's department, and this was the cheapest wallet they had. They had a ton that were like $15, $10, $7, and so on, but the goal was to go as cheap as possible because I had $30 to get everything. So I had to do this. This is a traditional trifold. It's going to have all the nooks and gadgets in it and everything. There's still like clips and everything on here. But yeah, man, I'm going to really take this stuff out. I'm going to go ahead and take all this stuff apart and kind of hand inspect it before we get started. But then afterwards, we're going to spend a month with this thing and report back to you guys in a future episode. So before we actually get started on this, we're kind of doing a quick little quality control check. Stitching on the bandana seems to be perfectly fine, adequate. Nothing too big there. We'll check both the pins real quick to make sure they are indeed writing, because that would be a little disappointing. You start picking stuff up and things aren't working. So looks like the pin is performing like it's supposed to. Yep, they are gonna write. It's obviously gonna be a little easier on notepads. Boom, both of them are working perfectly. Now, something I did discover when I opened the package for the multi-tool, which I got super excited about, was the fact that they are spring-loaded pliers. Like I said, these are $4.87, so I can't really fault them too much. All they got to do is kind of hold out on some light to medium tasks, and we should be good. So we got a flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, we have an awl, we got bottle openers, we got a ton of different stuff and goodies all up in here. Super interested. And I'll probably just throw some of this stuff on the sharpener to make sure it's going to be more than adequate for my needs while I'm using it over the next month. Then my awesome EDC keyring. Yeah, key bar. You don't. Do you even know about the silicone band? Do you even know, Mike? Do you know? It's probably why he invented key bar, because he probably had one of those. Then obviously the Bic lighter, doing its job, rocking it. Good for fire starting. Both of these work just fine. Pocket clips seem to be intact on both of them. The watch is rocking out pretty good. I'm probably going to just use the instructions, set the time, get that squared away. Then the Carmax doesn't look like it's like, you know, moldy or crazy or nothing. Carmax usually tends to be pretty straightforward and to the point. Chapstick is chapstick is chapstick. Then this is this epically bright super flare flashlight. But like I said, it'll be fun to use. 3 lumens, AAA battery, not too bad. And then my Trifold wallet, which will, like I said, bringing back the old school. I still think it's all going to work out really nice. But I had a ton of fun on this scavenger trip trying to find this 12-piece EDC for literally like $3.50 under $30. And I want to know what your thoughts. How do you think we did on this particular trip versus the one we did back in late February? I know we're airing these episodes anywhere between 2 to 4 months later, and I apologize for that. It's just how our film schedule works. But if you enjoyed this EDC video on the scavenger hunt, you want to do one just like it, definitely give this video a big thumbs up and share this out with your friends and family in your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that is the budget for now. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.